Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Jersey Shore Pondscapes videos. My name is Chris. Today we are talking about two more different aquatic plants. We're going to do both of these together basically because I just took some pictures at a client's house and he had both of these plants and they were planted right next to each other. So I got pictures with both of them together, so we're going to do both plants together. So both plants are very popular, okay? One is called Lythrum or Loosestrife, which is the purple flowers, and the other one is called Lizard's Tail, which is the kind of curly white flowers. Both of these plants are very popular. The Lythrum Loosestrife, you can see a lot of times in natural settings, natural ponds. They are pretty common, especially up here in the Northeast. They do flower throughout the midsummer. They have a really nice flower, and they also definitely attract all kinds of bees and butterflies, and they're great pollinators. So really common plant. Now the neat thing about the Lythrum is that it can be used both as a landscape plant or as a pond plant, okay? So sometimes my little cheat, when I go to a garden center or something and we're looking to buy Lythrum for the pond, sometimes in the pond department they're sold in small little 1-gallon containers, and they're smaller plants with a couple stalks. And and they can be anywhere from $15 to $20. But they may also have them in the perennial department in nice big large 2 or 3-gallon containers with plants that are 5 times the size for a little bit more money. So definitely check that out. However, if you are buying them as a perennial, before you put them in your pond, you have to realize that the perennials are planted in a very lightweight soil, sometimes a lot of peat moss, and they also have fertilizers in them, okay? So we don't want to be putting this stuff in your pond. So what I do, if I buy the perennial, when I get it home, I take it out of the pot, I try to wash it all down, almost bare root it as much as I can. Get rid of all that excess light potting soil that contains the vermiculite and perlite sometimes, and peat moss and stuff like that, and just wash all that stuff off, get all the fertilizer out of it, okay? And then just pot it up. Sometimes in just a pot of gravel is really all you need, because the plant is now going to get its nutrients out of the water and not out of the soil that it's normally planted in. So just keep that in mind. So yes, they are very common in both landscape plants, foundation plantings, perennial gardens, perennial beds, as well as in the pond. And yes, because they are beautiful plants, they grow great. They do get pretty tall. They will get about close to 4 feet tall. And they fill out bigger and bigger and bigger every year. So as I say with all water plants, when you put them in your pond, make sure that you put them in large enough containers that can support it, okay? Tall plants in small pots will blow over in the wind, all right? So we definitely want to get a nice big strong container to put this thing into, and it will fill it. Okay, it will grow and it will get big over the years. Lizard's tail is also a pretty common plant. It is, however, a very invasive plant, okay, which means it will spread and spread and spread and spread. So as you can see in some of these pictures here, the Lythrum originally was planted on one side of this pond, and the Lizard's tail was planted on the other side next to it. And now the Lizard's tail is starting to grow all throughout the Lythrum as well. All right, if the Lythrum was not such a strong and vibrant plant, the Lizard's tail would have just taken it over. Okay, but since the Lythrum is big and it's a really strong hardy plant, it's kind of holding its own there. but the lizard's tail will spread and take over, okay? So again, if you're planting this thing in a pond with just gravel and you're planting it right into the substrate, you know, gravel in the pond, it's gonna explode and take over, all right? So just keep that in mind. Again, it gets 3 foot tall, right? Really fills out. Nice big containers. Big pots are the best thing because they can be cut back and controlled within that pot, okay? You know, and it can later be divided or whatever you want to do if you need more of it. Two very popular plants. Both of them get nice and tall. They flower throughout the summer. Just be cautious of the lizard's tail and its spreading habit, okay? Lithorum is more clumping, okay? It grows out of a main central clump, and that clump just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as the plant grows, where Lithorum just sends the roots and runners out and just starts sprouting up everywhere. I'm sorry, the lizard's tail, okay? But great plants for the summer. Really nice showy plants in your pond. Either way, you know, whether you have them potted or, you know, in the rocks of your garden. Either way, they both do really well. I will say the Lithorum will grow bigger and faster in the pond than it will outside the pond in your perennial bed or landscape, you know, landscape. It's got that water supply that it loves, and it's just taking in that water and up it goes, man. It grows beautifully in the pond. Okay, so that's just a brief rundown of these plants. I just want to, you know, introduce you to them, just tell you about how big they get and, you know, how they grow. Definitely very showy plants, really nice plants to have in your pond. And I hope it helped you out. Please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel if you're into ponds and water gardens and all that, because I have so much information for you guys and a lot of videos to really help you out and answer all kinds of questions for you. So I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button, and hopefully we'll see you again soon in another video. Take care. Thank you. Bye.